me ask you one last question, and again, want to encourage everybody, whether you're in your 20s or 30s, an old guy like me, almost 52 years old. I don't have any kids in that age category. My oldest child is 14, so I'm like, I don't. This doesn't apply to me directly at all. YoungCatholicProfessionals.org is the website. And Brian Trachier is my guest. You and I kind of have it easy in a sense because we work in Catholic settings. I'm in Catholic radio, and so I can go into the office and talk about, what I believe as far as moral issues, and it's not going to bat an eye. Not everybody is that fortunate. I mean, I used to work in corporate America, and boy, you gotta pretty much stay silent, and it's difficult. And so, do you ever talk to people that are working in corporate America, or is that ever addressed about how to be, as Jeff Scheffelbein's show talks about, undivided intention, where you are, not that you have to go proselytizing at work, because that's not always appropriate, but just being a Catholic man or a Catholic woman everywhere you go and not hiding it, or what I mean? What's the formula there?
Sure. And what I would say, Dave, is really at the end of the day, it's just being authentic, being true to who you are, and standing up for your principles, being true to your principles, and never allow anybody to compromise those principles. Be true to who you are as a Catholic, and don't be afraid to live out your faith, and don't be afraid to stand up for your Catholic values. And I think that's the most important thing, is just being true to that, which is obviously easier said than done in many situations. And that's where prayer life comes in, which is the other aspect of YCP, is growing spiritually, not just professionally, but again, growing spiritually, growing in your prayer life. That's something that our speakers, our keynote speakers, stress time and time again in their speeches, is having that spiritual life and that prayer life, even if it's just 5 minutes a day.
All right, YoungCatholicProfessionals.org is the website. Now, I promised you this would go fast. Did it go fast?
It did.
Okay, I told you the 13 or 14 minutes would be like a blink of an eye. Probably a little more than a blink of an eye.
And just one last thing for anybody who has any more questions. Like Dave said, the website is YoungCatholicProfessionals.org. For the Fort Worth chapter, it's YCPFortWorth.org. And then Christopher Wood is our current chapter president, and his email is christopher.wood@YCPFortWorth.org.
All right, man. You covered it all.